Approaching the 10,800 mark on the Nifty. Now, the Sensex rally is at 160 points. The Midcap outperformance continues. And keep your eye on some more financials. So, IDBI Bank has made a dash up north. So, that's rallied 2.5%. You can see strength in an L&T Finance holding. Divan Housing is now up close to about 7.5%. In fact, this week it's seen a rally of close to about 14 to 15 odd percent. Some green is also visible on other names like a Jain Irrigation. Keep that on your radar. EIL2 is moving quite nicely in trade. But let's get you a CNBC TV18 exclusive. We learned from sources that Barings PE Asia is all set to buy NIIT Technology. Kritika Saxena joins in with the details. Kritika?
Well, I have picked up from multiple sources that the deal is done. The agreement has been finalized between Baring Private Equity Asia and the promoters of NIIT Technologies that hold about 30.61% in the company. So the promoters are largely NIIT Limited and promoters Vijay Thadani as well as Rajendra Pawar. So what I understand is that the deal is done. The contours have been discussed, the pricing etc. has been done. It's just a matter of clearances and the final decision on the structure of the deal. Now, what I understand is that the board of Baring Private Equity Asia has cleared the NIIT Tech deal, so it's just a matter of NIIT Limited and NIIT Technologies clearing it. Depending upon when the approvals come in, the announcement is expected to come in the month of March. We were in fact expecting the announcement within 10 to 15 days, but it'll of course depend upon the necessary approvals that come in, and of course just a little bit of paperwork etc. that's left. Just to give you an idea about how the deal will work, Baring Private Equity Asia will buy the promoter's stake, which of course given a 30+% stake will trigger an open offer, and after that they're going to be taking control of the company. There is going to be a board rejig. However, we understand that they are right now considering the options of retaining the current management stake. We also understand in fact that the promoters of the company may retain part stake in the company. So just within 1% stake is likely to be retained, and thereby we may see the chairman and the key positions remaining the same. So that will ensure continuity into the company. Now, another question was if Hexaware, given that Hexaware is also owned by Baring Private Equity Asia, if Hexaware is also going to be merged with NIIT Tech. I understand that at this point in time that is not an immediate option. They may consider it in the future in a year or two, but at this point in time the deal is clean for Baring Private Equity Asia to acquire NIIT Technologies, and the deal will of course trigger an open offer. The pricing etc. we should get in a few days from now.
Kritika, thank you very much for that. So keep a close eye on what happens to that deal announcement in the next, should be in the next couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks or so. What should be out soon now. My colleague Jude Sanath also caught up with Baba Kalyani from the sidelines of the Aero Asia in the show in Bangalore. And here is Baba Kalyani talking about the Bharat Forge tie-up with the Tatas and, of course, the product pipeline. Listen in.
Guided systems are not only used in missiles, but they are also going to be used in all precision ammunition. It's going to be used in UAVs. It's going to be used in anything that flies without a person. So I think creating technology in the area of guidance is an important part of any defense company's objectives. So we've been working on this for the last 2.5 odd years. We set up a lab in Hyderabad. We have some very good scientists working there. We have a lot of equipment. And they have developed a seeker in the KU band, which is working actually. We have a small demonstration piece here. So we're now hoping that we will take this much further and develop other precision guidance systems.
Give us an update on where the FICV deal stands at the moment. There's a down selection process, of course. It's been taking a while now. So FICV-wise, where is the company?
I mean, I don't know where it stands because I don't make those decisions. Yeah, we have put in our bid along with Tata's and General Dynamics as a consortium.
Do you foresee a timeline for its completion?
You know, that's a difficult question to answer because it's a big program, and I think there is now a clear-cut direction from the government that many of these big programs are going to move into strategic partnership mode. You've seen this naval helicopter program, which is where the RFI has been issued for 110 or 111 helicopters. So I think it's a good beginning to start because once you get successes on some of these programs, then I think many others will follow.
Right. Last couple of questions. Give us an update on where the ATAG stands at the moment. I believe trials are currently underway.
Yeah, our trials have been over for the last 1.5 years, the trials that we did with DRDO. Now we are going to start, we have started the Army assisted trials. That will now go on through this year. Hopefully summer trials in Pokhran and winter trials in Doklam or Sikkim or somewhere. And once that is over, then it will go for regular tests by the Army.
Very hopeful. And last question, in terms of the APC and ATC model, I mean, platforms, of course, you're currently exporting to the UN peacekeeping forces, to Sri Lanka. What is the export order book looking like going forward?
Those exports came to the Indian Army. Sri Lanka came directly because they saw that Indian Army has bought our product and sent it to Africa. Right. So Sri Lankan forces wanted it. I think they like that product very much. We are seeing repeat orders coming in. And, one of the things is that these troop carriers have a very high explosion protection system, STANAG 4 or STANAG 5 type explosion, anti-explosion protection. Now, the kind of incidents that happened very recently in our country, I think it's important that we provide the right kind of carriers for our troops.
Okay, but the big story is the fund infusion of 48,000 crore rupees by the government into many PSU banks. The big ones, of course, who've garnered a lion's share of that fund infusion are Corporation Bank and the Allahabad Bank. And the expectation is that with this fund infusion, they will be able to exit the prompt corrective action. Now, we got chatting with the managements of both the banks earlier. Let's hear out what they had to say.
Currently, with this capital coming up, we are confident the net NPA will be below 6 by March 2019. We are subscribing to the bonds and the amount will be treated as a capital. In the last 3 quarters, Q1, Q2, Q3, our slippage has been pretty high. And in case of Q3, our recovery is also reasonably good. But in Q4, we have estimated, we are estimating a recovery of almost 2,000 crores, recovery and upgradation together, and control the slippages less than 2,000 crores.
Our PCR will be going up. We'll be using it to bring down the net NPA percentage. We'll be using 5.98. We expect it to come down below 6%. It will be around 5.99 or 5.98. As you know, our recovery, we have been following up on a regular basis. So far, we have been able to do around 4,600, and we hope another 1,000 crores also will be coming in during this quarter.
Okay, so that is bank managements on the recap. 55 on the Nifty, so I think we're at the day's high on the index, 10,791. We take a break. We are back with more.